All right, guys, we're back. Glad to be back. Um, this is going to be one of our celebrity gossip editions. It's just been a lot going on. I wanted to start with Claressa and Laila. Claressa Shields reportedly secured a $15 million offer to potentially fight Laila Ali, meeting Ali's own demands. Shields publicly insisted everything is set, money, venues, dates. Now it's up to Ali to accept. My question is, will Layla accept such a high stakes comeback? I mean, fighting the world. Rissa is number one, and she's number one for a reason. We both agree. That I think she's the best, and I don't know if Layla want to come back and take on all that kind of pressure for the 15, 20 million.
I mean, I feel like if she wasn't going to come back and fight, then why did you throw that number out there as your fan, even to your fans, to give hope that you're going to come back and fight for this price? She the one came up said if they come up with 15 million, I might be considered getting in the ring. So she threw that number up. I personally don't think that she thought Carissa was going to be able to come up with the 15 million. But I think it was like what, the next day.
Like it was I want to say about 4 to 5 days later, Rissa and Papoose had a whole commercial, a whole production situation with the $15 million check being presented right then to them, which was just amazing.
Yeah. Not only did they have like where they said they had the 15 million, they had a venue ready. They had in that commercial, no, for the commercial, they had a venue. They had I think some other type of promotion and everything coming with it. Like they are prepared for this fight if Layla wants to, but
Yeah,
if
they
she
had a
doesn't, it
promotional
would be
team with them.
disappointing.
Now, do you know the origins of how this whole situation started? With like, it seemed like they kind of got beef. Do they got this? This isn't beef, is it? Like, if it's not beef, then why did it even come about? Is it
I
hate?
I have heard different from both sides. I have heard Layla says that Carissa has always had something to say about her, mention her name, and she's kind of like tired of it. But I heard Clarissa say the same thing. I did watch an interview where Layla mentioned that she, when her and Clarissa had met, that I guess some years ago, and that she offered Clarissa a sparring job, and Clarissa declined. So that told,
Sparring job.
yeah, that.
Okay,
Uh,
punching bag. Huh.
and Clarissa declined, and later was more had the energy of, she was like, I kind of seen where she was at, and kind of insinuated that Clarissa wasn't humble, by not taking the job.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And I think that rubbed her the wrong way.
Of course, that rubbed her the wrong way. She's got competitive nature as well, and she was at that time, I'm guessing, chopping her way to the top of the mountain where she's at now currently. It just seemed like once the lady got to the, what I'm saying, the top of the top, because she's at the top of the top now, then we heard from Layla. But I got this. Muhammad Ali's ex-wife, Khalila Ali, strongly believes Layla stands little chance against Shields. And that just, adds another layer to the drama. You know.
I don't like the fact. So when it comes to these two women, I think it's going to be a great fight. I don't like the fact that Layla kind of felt like Clarissa should have been humble enough to take that position that she offered her, because you can't get mad at me. I don't want to be your minion or minion. What they call the little thing?
Minion.
Yeah, I don't want to be your do person or whatever. So you should actually respect the fact, or respect me, because I have enough courage and enough confidence in myself to believe that I'm just as good or equal to, what I'm saying? Like, it should have been some type of admiration. So I didn't like that with her. And of course she's over arrogant, but look at her father. So that's normal for her. And Clarissa, I think Clarissa could, I didn't like the stuff that Clarissa's been saying or said, and we talked about it in the previous pod.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that, because I feel like that did have something to do with humble. But I am definitely looking forward. I hope they do fight. I'm looking forward to this fight.
Last thing on that, Claressa is confident and obviously well funded, and it if Layla takes it, it'll be a monumental fight. It'll be a monumental event, box office event. Okay, moving forward, we're gonna move on to Unk. It's reported, rumored that he settled for 23 million. The report says from anywhere from 10 to 50 million, but the rumor is he settled with 23 million. Gabriel Zuniga, who sued Shannon Sharpe for 50 million, alleging rape, reached a confidential settlement. She retired from OnlyFans shortly afterward. It looks like Shannon Sharpe did negotiate a multi-million-dollar settlement. Like I just said, exact numbers, the rumor is 23 million. What does the quick settlement and OnlyFans exit suggest about power and narrative control? Because she controlled that narrative the whole time. He was forced into a corner to do it. This was the best business deal for him, correct?
I just think that child wanted some money and she got exactly what she wanted with some money. Whether it was going to be me suing you, threatening to sue you, I put you in a position where you were going to give me some money, period. And that's how it went. So who really won on this situation? I don't think nobody won.
Yeah, they say it the payoff was an act to avoid prolonged litigation, and so he's looking like he'll be cleared up as far as the situation with ESPN and all that. I think he will be back before the start of the football season. It does say that it was a consensual relationship, and so I think everything will be cleared up, and just fine. So
I just don't think he had to pay for it to be proved that they had a relationship because I mean, just looking at the text messages that was released, the stuff that was said, it was clear that she was just on some, trying to grab some money, and the fact that she retired now from OnlyFans is that says a lot.
do you think this was the right PR move for Shannon? I do think that he could have lawyered up and disputed this and took this to trial and maybe even won, but I think that would have cost him more than what settling cost.
Well, when you
You
look
know,
at it from that perspective, then maybe he did the right thing to keep his deals, to keep his endorsements, to keep going as business and moving, moving like he normally does.
he had to keep it going.
Yeah.
Moving forward, was GloRilla arrested for wrongdoing? Was GloRilla in the wrong? Okay, on July 19th, burglars reportedly entered GloRilla's Atlanta area home while she was performing out of state. Someone inside fired at them. They fled. During the scene investigation, deputies smelled marijuana and found 2.8 pounds of marijuana and THC wax. She was charged. Did I just repeat myself twice like Dr. Umar, who they said is broke now? Okay. She was charged with felony possession and voluntarily turned herself in July 22nd, posting a $22,260 bond. Now, GloRilla is calling the situation crazy, and she's arguing she was the only one arrested despite not being at the crime scene. Her legal team accused the law enforcement of misplaced priorities.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
should she be criminalized
No.
for this situation right here? Now, okay, now 2.8 pounds of marijuana and wax was found in her home. It was in her home. She was not present. I'm not familiar with the law like that, but it was at her home. She was not present. Do you think that she should be charged for that?
No, I called you for. I mean, you were called out here for a burglary. How do we not know those people left that here? How do you know nobody was trying to plant me? How do we know that the person that was shooting, it wasn't there? Like, how did we, like, why did you bother me and my house was broken into? You want to arrest me and I'm not even there? Clearly, I don't think, if I had something illegal going on, I think I would have cleared myself up before the police got there. I definitely think the priority was not in the right place.
So the cops are reacting to drug evidence found at a burglary. You
Right.
see, like, what I'm saying is they were called for one thing, Now, what does the 2.8 pounds of marijuana have to do on my private property? Do you see? That's all I'm
Right.
saying. Now, now if I was a drug man or you thought I was selling dope or something like that, I could get that. But Glow is like literally the biggest, I guess, besides Doechii. She's the biggest rapper. Besides Cardi and Nicki. You know what I'm saying? But she's like the biggest current newest thing out, right?
Yeah, she
And
did.
and she's on a hell of a run, and she's getting to a bag, which hence the fact that she was out of town doing a show.
Right.
And so I didn't think that made any sense that she got arrested, but I did like the fact that she turned herself right in July 22nd, and it is what it is.
She addressed it everything.
She said it was crazy. What did she say?
I don't, I don't have it verbatim in front of me, but she basically just said that I was not caught. She addressed the fact. I think people was trying to say that she was caught or had got busted. And she addressed the fact
She wasn't
that
even at the
she
crib.
wasn't busted. She was not there. Her house was broken into, and this is what happened for me to get arrested. And she kind of addressed it and said that was crazy.
Okay. And then I want to also say, she did her first ever glow bash, and they said it was a wonderful situation, and Yo Gotti came to Memphis for her, and this is the first time that he's been in Memphis in years. And let's see what Gotti had to say. I think they said he said something on the stage that I thought that we should bring up. It's CMG Forever, The Unbreakable, Never Folded, Never Laying Down, Memphis Forever. That's what brother Yo Gotti said his first time back in Memphis. Now, I only brought that up because we love talking about relationships, and I told you on a prior podcast that I think that he knew what he was about to do. They about to do the Glow Bash. He's about to probably be in Memphis for what I'm saying, a couple times going back and forth. This is a dangerous situation. Do not forget that Big Jook is fingered as the brains behind the Young Dolph situation. Okay, and then Big Jook unfortunately lost his life directly after the Young Dolph situation. Remember?
Right.
At the funeral
Yeah.
situation, I think it was one of their cousins' funeral or something like that. Praise God, Yo Gotti wasn't at the funeral. Now, I wouldn't want Angela in harm's way. When I'm on this run, baby, I'm finna make this run, and you going on over there and do the naked challenge and things of that nature, and then I'm gonna put myself in harm's way because I'm still building the unbreakable CMG, Memphis Forever. I liked it that,
Yeah.
but I did think that made me think about that situation because what did you say that you thought about that situation?
I think something had happened. I figured that he had did something. She didn't want to speak on it, and that they still have a
It
possibility
was
of
the
being
way that she
together.
said it.
Yeah,
That's
you
what you
could
were saying
tell.
off
And
camera.
she said it. She said it as well that she wouldn't have chose this. She didn't want
She
to
wouldn't have
break up.
chose this.
So yeah, and they still haven't spoken on the exact reason. So it's easy to speculate and say that they're. I just hope they get back together. I really do.
Okay. Just a few days ago, Barack Obama encouraged boys to have a diverse mix of male role models, citing a gay professor who inspired him, not saying all boys must have gay mentors, but just making an example of the mentorship that he had and said that that would be good for young boys to have in case when they grow up that they have a child that might be have an alternative lifestyle situation like that to where you will be able to know how to handle that. Now, what did you think when you heard just what I was telling you that? Because I think we went and listened to the small excerpt, so we didn't. It wasn't like we listened to it in its entirety. So I hope we're not taking it out of context. But it's hard to take that out of context.
When I at first heard about it, I just thought, oh, maybe he's trying to explain why he passed the gay laws that he passed or the rights. Um, I do think that he's right as far as people should feel like they should be confident in who they are and feel good and have somebody to motivate them and bring out the best in them, as the teachers should do, or any type of mentor. I do agree with that part of it. Yeah, I'm just gonna say I agree with people should be confident in who they are and be, because it's so many times, I will say this, it's so many times that people, they go through depression. You hear about these young kids and they're committing suicides and doing so much to themselves because they're confused, or the peer pressure, they're being bullied, or so many things. So you do want all child, whether they're gay or not, to have a safe space to confide in, to be who they are, to be confident. And I believe that all the way across the board, no matter who you are. But when it comes to my beliefs, my personal beliefs and stuff, I don't agree with. Um, I don't agree with like everyone should have what did he say, a gay person in their life or something like that. I
Um,
don't know. It was something weird I didn't agree with.
basically having, just mentorship, or somebody who I don't. Did you not? We heard the clip. It was, I didn't like it. Do you think that any of the rumors, or I mean, well, the reports, the way that people are reporting that on that skews the perception of Obama? Okay, okay, okay.
I think that's who Obama. I mean, he showed us that when he was running, when he passed the laws, like he's for equal rights and all that type of stuff. He opened the door for so much that we're dealing with now when it comes to that. So no, I don't think it changed. I think that's who he is.
So you think everybody caught on to the fact that the games that was being played while he was in office, once he got that off, as far as the you know
Yeah, I do.
the
Now I
alternative
have nothing
lifestyle type
against
situations.
the rainbow community people, or gay rights or anything. I don't. I just and I you know what I'm saying, I love everyone, but
Of course.
yeah, I mean, right is right and wrong is wrong. And I believe in something different. And I was always stand on my truth and on what the word tells me the truth is. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm riding with the word too. Okay, let's move on. Fun topic. How long will Meg the Stallion and Klay Thompson relationship last? They confirmed their relationship publicly at the Pete and Thomas Foundation Gala on July 16th, 2025, after teasing on Instagram. Shaquille O'Neal predicted it would last only 6 weeks, citing contrasting careers and attention spans. Mike Tyson jokingly gave it more credit, saying she got shot for that. She might last. Mike crazy. New romances with public fanfare, led by mutual respect and chemistry. Are they built for longevity, or is this a headline for the summer?
um,
Just be a hunter.
I think it's a headline for the summer. I don't see that particular situation. I don't see it now. I hope it works for them. I hope Meg gets, because I feel like Meg needs real people in her corner. She has so much loss around, that she has endured since her fame, since her rise in her career. So I feel like she does need that. She needs real love. I think she wants real love. So I do hope it works for her, but I don't see this situation being one. But if it works out, kudos to her.
Yeah. What was what was Theo from the Cosbys? What was his name?
Malcolm.
Let's look it up. It's all good. We got a few seconds. As we're wrapping up
But I
anyway.
wanted to ask you something.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I didn't know.
Because we didn't really touch. I know we touched and Layla, but what's your view from a man perspective? Clarissa getting Papoose name tattooed on her, considering he's still a married man.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. First of all, shout out Clarissa. She was clean at the weigh-in. I liked it, her wig, the blonde joint. And I liked it, her, was that a Gucci outfit joint on?
It was.
It,
I just know it was a bathing suit.
it was a nice bathing suit. I liked it. And I think she did purposely have some of her flesh out so you could see Papoose name. And I think she's in deep love. Okay, I don't think she's ever been in love like this right here before, and I don't think the way that she's feeling about him is ever going to end. Did you see the picture that was circulating on social media? And the picture said, with the caption, it was captioned, every man needs a woman to look at him like Claressa looking at Papoose. And she was looking, I mean, her eyes were jumping out of her head and she had the biggest smile on. She was looking at him like he was, like, I don't know what he had just did for her, okay? And I don't think the feeling's gonna end anytime soon. It's looking like she's getting even deeper for Brother Papoose. Brother Papoose is doing a lot of things right. I just wish it's not on them anymore. The ball's in the court of the other person to sign up papers. And I do think that they deserve to move on with their lives and be happy, but you can't move but so far if the paperwork isn't signed. So you can't get married. And she's spoken about kids. She's spoken about kids. Okay, the girl now already talking about retirement and the children. She deep in love. I mean, it's deep in love. You know how tender I said I was about you? That I was a tender in the box of tenders, chicken tenders. Yeah. She a chicken tender, soft. She a good one. She a good chicken tender. And the new grease. Have you ever been to the restaurant when the new restaurant, they got the new pans and the new grease?
Yeah.
You know, she that's what she at right now with Papoose. That's what I think. It's a great question. Thanks for asking so much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. I think it's dangerous to be. I mean, I think being in love is a beautiful thing.
I think he's all aboard, and I think he's enjoying his exciting new life with his wonderful new girlfriend who's younger. I hate to. I mean, everything ER. She's that. More.
So you don't think that he's doing some of this to heal? Do you think he's done healing? You think he's over his wife? You think? I mean, just because we just saw a video when they both was going live back and forth about a month ago.
Unfortunately, nobody wants to speak on these parts right here, but this is always a part of healing.
Oh.
I don't care if you go air out for 6 months or a year. Okay, this part is always going to be a part of healing. Okay. Moving on, having new experiences with new people, new beautiful women, champion. Okay, so career completely different. You just seen the folks at the same venue. Rissa walked in and looked away. The other girl walked in and didn't even look like she normally looked no more. Rim did not look like it. Walking in with Fat Joe, she didn't look like that at the fight. Okay, being with a good man, whether he financially him or not, is a huge deal. It's a big deal. Now Claressa got a covering, and Remy don't want it. Obviously didn't want him covering, and I don't think that the young man that she's with currently, or I don't even know if they're together no more. I don't want even. I'm tired of the subject. My God.
Okay. So you think he's all in as Claressa?
I think Pap is all in.
Okay.
I think Pap is all in. Once you start seeing, I don't know if the kid's been around yet. But once you see Pap kids around Claressa, then you know. That's when we're gonna know that he's dead for real. But I think he's all in, right? No, we had, and so I'm just telling you that'll be a man is always looking for a sign. That's in the Bible. Okay, that'll be a good sign from a man that you know what I'm saying. Especially what I think his stature is. I don't know in person. Yeah, that's just my true thought. But okay, you good? We good? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I have the name.
What's his name?
Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Malcolm Jamal Warner. Shout out Malcolm Jamal Warner. I know what they saying about Hulk Hogan and things of this nature, but I grew up and I was watching Hulk Hogan. I like Hulk Hogan. I know that I know what he called us and all this, but I like Hulk Hogan. And rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. I want him to go to heaven. I seen the meme of Hulk Hogan got to the heaven gates, and it was a black angel there, and he told Hulk Hogan, hell that way. I thought it was funny. But I definitely want Hulk Hogan to rest in peace and go to heaven. And Ozzy Osbourne, I don't know why I'm shouting him out. They call him the Prince of Darkness, but I always like Ozzy. I know, they had the MTV show when we was little. You remember that? Remember Meet the Osbournes or something? Oh, yeah, I watched it there. I like his wife Sharon or something like that. I always liked his wife. Okay, and she was awesome, and I hope Ozzy can make it to heaven. You know, I know he ate a bat, but I hope Ozzy can make it to heaven. Yeah, Ozzy had a whole bat. Yeah, on stage one night at the concert, wilding out, or just probably on heavy acid. You know what I'm saying? He like the Rock King. But rest in peace, and that's how we're gonna end the pod. You good?
I'm good. That's major.
That's major.